The force of a tornado has rarely been captured on videotape. This is actual footage of a twister ripping through a Winn-Dixie in Kissimmee. WKMG 6 News reporter Nicole Smith picks up the story.
Here's another angle looking down at the registers, and as you can see, all appears quiet. But then, a customer appears in the right corner of the screen, runs back inside and tosses his bag on the counter. Others begin running back inside, including a couple who had abandoned their car just outside. You can see the wind begin to pick up and then violently rushing through the front of the store. This camera again is moved, and you can see the heavy Winn-Dixie signs rocking back and forth in the aftermath.
On the morning of February 23rd, most tornado victims knew what to do. Would you? WKMG 6 News Chief Meteorologist Pamela Brady explains.
I think the most important thing is, long before a tornado watch or a tornado warning is issued, is that you sit down with your family, and maybe tonight's a good night to do that, and you talk over with your children what your family plan is before a watch or especially a tornado warning is issued. You know, the kids, this is what we're going to do and this is where we're going to go, so that when a warning is issued, we don't panic. And our kids know, well, Mom says we go into the bathroom when this happens. And what you want to do is go into the bathroom or the closet, or really the most centrally located room in your house that doesn't have any windows, and take in with you, if you can fit it, a mattress, maybe a single size or a twin size mattress. And if you can't fit that in that room, if the room is small, then what will also be helpful is just to take in some blankets and some pillows, because you're going to take those and put those over your head just to kind of secure you all in there. The other thing I would say is certainly that's the time where you're not sitting out watching TV, watching the tornado warning as we are doing updates on where it is. So really what you could do is take your transistor radio in there. We're on 87.7 on the FM dial, and so at that time we can walk you through that. And that's so important, just so that everybody in your family stays in the same place until it's all over.
With millions of dollars lost in tornado damage, homeowners now have the demanding task ahead of them of starting over. Much like being prepared for when a disaster happens, you need to be ready to pick up the pieces if you're affected.
Well, with so many reports of heavy damage coming in, insurance companies are scrambling to take care of customers.
6 on Your Side's Wayne Haverly joins us with important information you need to know before you file a claim with your insurance company. Wayne.
Yeah, of course, the first thing you need to do is take a walk around the outside of your home and just see if there's any damage out there. And if you happen to spot damage, I know a lot of things are going to be racing through your head. That's why it's important to take a deep breath and follow these steps. You really need to get a framework of what you need to do. Number one, contact your insurance company. Let them know that you have damage to your home. What they'll do is put you on a list to have an adjuster visit your home. Second thing you should do, grab your camera and make sure you take pictures of all the damage. If you don't have film, go to the store. Taking pictures of the damage is perhaps the most important thing you can do to document what happened. Now, if you have serious damage, say part of your roof is blown off, you have an obligation to protect your property from further damage. That means it's your responsibility to go out, buy repair materials like plywood and plastic, cover up the damage so that rain and wind won't further damage your belongings. Be sure to keep receipts of everything you buy, because you can get reimbursed later. Now, if you are forced, you have no other choice but to leave your property, don't forget to take your valuables if you can find them, and insurance papers along with you. Also, one other thing to consider, make sure you tell family and friends where you're going so they'll be able to find you. A lot of that's happening all over the place right now. There are family and friends that are wondering where their loved ones are because they didn't contact anyone before leaving their properties. You need to take a deep breath and follow those steps.
With whirling winds of 220 miles an hour, nothing can stop a tornado. Mother Nature at her angriest and most unpredictable. But if there is a bright spot in this seeming time of despair, it would be the outpouring of support given by everyone in Central Florida. It's comforting to know if an unfortunate event occurs, your neighbors will lend a hand. And months from now, when homes are rebuilt and lives restored, it's important for us as a community to hold on to the memory of that night. Not only for those who suffered, but for those who helped. February 23, 1998, a date Central Florida will not soon forget. 42 lives lost, hundreds of people injured, millions of dollars in damage, all within minutes.
Our friends and neighbors now begin the burdensome task of rebuilding their lives. And while the victims will build new houses, it will be a long time before they rebuild what they call home. For now, they must live with just memories blown away within seconds.
Once again, thank you for helping us help the victims of those dangerous tornadoes. I'm David Whitman.
And I'm Leslie Gale. Thanks for watching, and please be prepared.